Hi, welcome back, and this is Spiralump, and you've probably seen him in a lot of my videos, and if you have, then find out today how he was brought up. So, it all started in a little cottage on the left side of the far side fields, where two friendly goblins lived. Their names were Spiralump and Slum. These are the goblins that would become Spiralump's parents in the future. Spiralump was of Colo Island descent, but she was born on Farside Island. She loved the sea, and she earned her name Spiralump because of her dark green skin, which matched the colour of a type of cyanobacteria of a similar name. For those who are unaware, this type of cyanobacteria is a real-world substance, but its name is spelt with a U instead of an A. People eat it, and it can be consumed in smoothies, but it can also be consumed in other forms. Okay, back to the video. Spiralump and Slum wanted to have a baby, so one day they bred, and after a few months the baby was born. They decided to call their baby Spiralump, which was a mixture of the names Spiralump and Slum mixed together. Spiralump had made him a little brown loincloth out of a piece of brown fabric for him to wear. Spiralump couldn't walk, but his parents were not that worried at the time because not being able to walk is quite normal for a baby. However, as he grew up and as he got older, he was still unable to walk, and his parents got worried because they knew something wasn't right. They couldn't afford proper health care, so they couldn't buy anything to help, so instead Spiralump went out to find Spiralump some hazelberries, which are the same magical berries that made Fleshker. You probably know that they affected the way Fleshker's dad reproduced, causing Fleshker to become humanoid with wings instead of just being a chimp. But something that you might have not known is that's not the only thing they can do. Hazelberries have very random effects, and it always affects one random attribute about the consumer, and it sometimes affects the consumer themselves, but it sometimes affects the offspring. Unfortunately, when they fed him the berry, it did not give him the ability to walk, and it instead gave him spiral eyes and a squiggly mouth. His parents were shocked, scared and surprised because they didn't know what had just happened, and they didn't have anything they could do about it, but they didn't want to reject Spiralump because they really loved him. Weeks went by, and Slum often carried Spiralump around whenever they needed to go anywhere. However, luckily, Spiralump eventually gained the ability to walk, and it was nothing to do with the berries. It was just a natural event, and it turned out that Spiralump was always going to get the ability to walk anyway, but that it just took a while and it was slow to develop. His parents were happy that he was now physically abled, and turned out to have psychic powers, and that's how he is today. The end.